Yo, we're gonna wait for a couple people to get up in here or whatever. You know, today we're gonna do some question and answers. Told you I was going live at 5. It ain't 5 yet. I'm a couple minutes early. But you know, I just figured I'd come on here, let everything catch up before I go ahead, you know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody out there, all the K for All TV fans? Like I said, this question and answers, you feel me? Y'all give me some ideas of what y'all want to see coming up on the channel. My channel's starting to crank up, so I got a lot of shit coming. See a lot of people on here already. Okay, we got 100 or something. But yeah, I got some more content coming pretty soon. It's starting to crank up. I now got ads in my videos. I can accept donations now. You know, y'all hit that donation button, that like, subscribe button. You know, and I want more comments from y'all on what y'all want to see, what y'all want to know. Anytime y'all see me post something like in the community box, so that way y'all can see the post, you know, y'all just drop on there what type of ideas of videos y'all want. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I got more of it coming. K for All TV starting to slowly will go up that ladder. Someone asked, I want to know, have you ever banged out a guard? I mean, yeah, I fought one before. I know y'all ready for that Volume 3. Volume 3 gonna come soon. I got a court case coming up for my son, so I don't want to put that out there until after, you know. That's a good idea right there. A video on people getting airlifted. I'm going to put that in my memo pad. I'm going to remember that one. You know what I'm saying? Are GDs linked with the Zoes? Nah. Any camp I ever went to, they weren't tied or nothing like that. Not them two. Yeah, I got some merch ideas too. I've been fucking with that too. I got a new laptop and everything, so I'm putting everything together or whatever. Finna put East Davie on the map. Yeah, like I'm gonna have some t-shirts and shit. I'm gonna have pillows, fucking all types of shit. Leggings for females. Locked up. Hold on, let me slow this down a little bit. They're going kind of fast. Nah, I want to interview somebody locked up right now because I don't want them to go to confinement behind me. Hold up. So I'd wait. You know, my shit's kind of popping. They might get put on the news or something. I don't want to do that. Someone said, do white people get tested more if they got perms? Yeah, you know, that shit there. Lake Butler used to have a jar of gold teeth. They come around and knock your teeth out, the officers. How much for a feature? I'm not really doing no features at the moment. But y'all just hit me on Instagram at kfraud_100. And once I start promoting my music more or whatever, I'll be taking features or whatever. And if y'all want to jump on the track with me or whatever, we can do that. You know? You cool with the Kings? Of course. What's the most expensive TV you had? What that one was? What's the most during behind bars? They don't have, down here in Florida, you can't get TVs. You can't get TVs like you can up north somewhere and stuff like that. They don't do that down here. All right, hold on. I'm trying to keep up with these comments. My favorite football team, as you can see, is the Miami Dolphins. Even though they're trash, a diehard Dolphin fan is going to stand behind their team. We get excited and we celebrate even when they lose. That's the difference between Dolphin fans, you know. But my second choice of team is the Patriots. Because my old boy was a Dolphins fan and my mom's from Boston, so she a New England fan. So I grew up like on both ends. But when they play each other, I go with the Dolphins off rip because they the underdog. All right, let me see. How did I stay with the machete I showed on K4 TV? There's more than one way, you know what I'm saying? You got hiding spots and shit like that. And they're not, and it's so big that shit can like clamp into your locker. As long as it don't slam the lid too much, it won't fall. My nigga Shine, I'm gonna do a live with him pretty soon too. So y'all tune into that one. Have I been to Taft Street in Hollywood, Florida? Yeah. That's like 10 minutes from me. Yeah, I've been in a riot before. We've had a couple riots. That shit gets serious, boy. Once you get in them riots, you go through it with the guards. Them guards are coming in there and they're putting anybody on their face. Even if you ain't participating in the riot, they're going to come in there and put their hands on you like you are. So you might as well go through with it. Yeah, I'm from Florida, so of course I met Florida rappers. Yeah, I met plenty of Florida rappers. Do you have friends that snitch? Nah, I don't have no friend. I've had people that were my dogs before that turned state, and we had to cut them off and shit like that. But I don't hang out with people that like condoning that shit. Once you cross that line, they can have you. Nah, I never been locked up in Tallahassee. Yeah, to answer your question, Frank Flanagan, you ever got with a female guard? Yeah, I still got pictures of her and everything. I just ain't never put them out there yet or whatnot. But yeah, I had me one. The kind of metal that you use for machetes, there's all types of different metal. You can use shit off the fence. You can use things off of the metal food carts, off of a nurse cart, lawnmower blade. Nah, you don't get no viso when you're in confinement at all. Do I know anyone that's been to Okaloosa? Nah, I've heard of it before, but I don't know anybody personally that's been there. How many iPhones? I only had one myself personally in prison. The rest were like Alcatels, Poshes, and the Z222s. Typical. The cheap ones is basically what you want in there. It doesn't matter if it's a $15 phone from CVS or 7-Eleven. Like, why are you gonna spend $500-600 on a phone to get in there that you can get knocked off like that? So the longest I've been in isolation was 200 and something days. I want to say 220 something. Nah, I ain't never been to prison in any other state. I'm from Florida. So this is where I resign at. So this is where it's the only place I like be at. That's a good question. How much I paid someone to hoop the jack? People was in there hooping them shits for 50 a tunchi. You can get someone you ain't even got to give them that much. You can give them a couple sacks and they'll do it. They're going so fast. I'm trying to oh, here's a good one. Chuck 403. Is top bunk better or lower bunk? You know, a lot of people believe the war stories of, oh, you've been top bunked, I get the bottom bunk. It ain't like that in prison. To be honest, the top bunk's better because when people come in the dorm or come to your room, you ain't got to worry about no one sitting on your bed because you're on the top bunk. And you got a cooler breeze up there. When you're on the bottom bunk, you got a person laying above you. It's like humid. It's like all the wind and shit stuck in there. Instead, you're on the top bunk. You got the whole breeze way up there. So it's better on the top bunk. Did I read any books? Yeah, I read some books. I read 48 Laws of Power. I read a book called Monster. Y'all should go check that out. That's a good one. It's about an LA gang member who went to prison and started writing books. And then I read Art of Seduction. I read all Robert Greene books. The 50th Law, which is 50 Cent and Robert Greene. A bunch of them. 33 Strategies of War. That's an awesome one. Let me see. The most popular drug in prison. I mean, since I ain't been there in 2 years, you know, I never know. But when I was in there, it was definitely the Tunchi. You know, Molly and Xanax and shit. But now I don't really know. Nah, I ain't never got a $1.50. As you can see, I got my face straight. Prison food. Is prison food good? I mean, not really. It depends on who's working in the kitchen or who the cook is on that compound. You know, you got people, everybody thinks they can cook. You know, but you can whip that shit up and make it good. Davey in the building, man. You already know, dog. What's up, Pat? Prison food's definitely better than county food. Anybody will tell you that. You get chicken on the bone on Tuesdays. You know anyone that has done time in Ohio? Nah. Ohio. Nah, not that I can recall. You ever see any of the guards fight an inmate one-on-one? Yeah, plenty of times. Yep. You got some of them that'll line you up. They'll treat you like a real human being. But if they lose, you know, they be feeling salty and shit. They might still put you in confinement. Oh, the youngest CO? That's a good one right there. What's the youngest CO you done seen? I'm talking about, I want to say 24, 25. Because supposedly, or 22. It's like, he was the perfect age of just being eligible to be a CO. And I remember he used to tell people, get on your bunk, get on your bunk. We used to tell him like, nigga, you younger than me, bitch. They tell me to get on my bunk, bro. You feel me? Like, yeah. How do you buy a canteen? It's with your ID. Your ID is like a credit card. All the money gets brought up on there, and then you swipe. You're allowed to get 100. You're allowed to get 100 a week. The oldest inmate I seen, can't really recall. I done seen ones in their 90s, like real old men that been in there since they were like 14 when they were juveniles. Have I ever seen 2 COs go at it? I seen an officer, male and female, husband and wife go at it because the female officer got escorted off the compound because supposedly she was fucking an inmate. So her husband was screaming at her in her face. She was being escorted by all the white shirts off the compound because she supposedly got caught fucking an inmate. And then her husband worked there also. What do inmates bully other inmates with for the most? Basically, anything you got that they ain't got. They can have 10 soups, you can have 15 soups. They're going to feel like, okay, you know, and they'll try to, you know, that shit goes on everywhere. What was it like in the juvenile detention center? Shit, I loved the tent when I was there. When I was young, them officers would walk in the dorm, and they had like these leather, not leather, but they were like rubber couches, and it was shaped, it was called the horseshoe. It was shaped like this, like a horseshoe that we would sit at, and the officers would walk in and throw sour Skittles out in the middle of it, and all the inmates, we'd all jump on top of each other and fight each other for the sour Skittles. Yeah, I got corruption CO story coming out next. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be the next one I drop, but I definitely have one coming out. I've been cut one time, but I ain't been like fully wet up. But I've been cut, like I've been poked, but not like nothing serious. I got stabbed on the streets too. Volume 3 is supposed to be dropping before New Year's. It's supposed to drop before New Year's, but I don't want everybody to get their hopes up and then it not come out until a little bit after that. I'm actually waiting on someone to get out of prison. So my wait time's in their hands, really. You know? Yeah, I seen that. Some lady got arrested for bringing the cell phones in at Charlotte. Yeah, I seen that. She had them like stuffed in her right here, and she brought them in there. Yeah, I know Blood's in prison. Was I ever jumped in prison? Nah, not one time was I jumped in prison. Not one time. That shit wasn't flying with me. Am I shocked with the YouTube success? I mean, yeah, kinda. Everywhere I've been before YouTube, though, I've always been like the center of attention. I've always had like the light on me. Like I put in work before I went to prison, so like I've always been the center. So now that I got YouTube jumping, I mean, it's just I'm trying to cope with all the goods and the bads and all the flaws and trollers. I'm trying to like get used to it. Yeah, I've hit people with locks. I ain't ashamed to say that. I just recently added the ads to my videos, so that way, you know, I can start getting paid for this. And I have a donation account. If y'all feel like donating, you know, hit that like and subscribe button. The more subscribers I get, the more rawer my content's gonna get, because I got more people to impress. So y'all hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Did I steal canteen? Nah, never. I mean, I've took it from people, but I've never been the type to like steal ever in my life. I'm not a thief like that. So, you know, it's different. It's you don't get no respect for stealing. You get respect for taking it, but not stealing. That shit's a no-go. Is it possible to rob the canteen store? Yes, it is. If anyone's on here is watching that's been to prison, who's been to Charlotte, or not even just Charlotte, a bunch of camps, they've probably been there when they've got robbed before. The canteen is a little building. It looks like if you go to a park somewhere or something, and it's a little small little snack booth. Like if you go to a football field or something and they got like a snack booth, it's just a mini building. Them little mini buildings even have chicken wire on the roof because they know inmates will get on top of them buildings and stuff like that. But them shits, they've shut down the pounds before for them robbing it. Especially when new items came out. Like when they first put orange Powerades and the red velvet cake cupcakes, that shit was robbed. And then they ambushed it and everything, and it does happen because the person who works canteens an inmate. And they walk around with like a shoestring around their neck with a key on it. And they walk around the compound. That's how you know that's the canteen man. And then they literally like will walk up, and when everyone's locked in their cells or in their dorm, they'll walk up and, you know, unlock the door. They're just a regular, and people will run in there. Fuck, nigga, let me get that, and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely happens. It's happened before. Yeah, high profile case like murder and all that. Yeah, I've spent time with people like that. Like, Charlotte's filled with them. The coolest people, though, man. Free all them guys. Is anybody fucking with me from Florida for volume 1 and 2? No, not at all. Like, ain't no, like, not on no beef shit or nothing like that. Everybody loved it. Everybody that was in them videos, they knew what I was doing with it, you know. So when for the ones that went to confinement, which was Shine and a couple other people, they loved the fame. They loved that. Like they were like, hell yeah, hey. They loved that they got the fame off of that. Nah, I ain't never been to Texas. I always wanted to go there though. All right, let's see. It's going kind of fast. Yeah, I've been on vacation, but I've only been to like Georgia. I went to Georgia. Actually Ohio. I went to Ohio for a day, but only because I was traveling up. I went to Kentucky. That's where my dad's ashes are buried at. When I got out of prison, I found out that that the person who set me up sent his ashes up there to Kentucky to be buried. And I found where they were at, and I made a promise to myself, when I get out on his birthday, his first birthday, I'm going to be up there in Kentucky at his gravesite. And I got out, and then like 7, 8 months later was his birthday, and I drove up there. I bought a rental, me, my family. My newborn was only 2 weeks old, fresh out the hospital. And we drove through Georgia, Tennessee, all the way to Kentucky, all the way through it to Greenup, Kentucky. And then after that, I just kept going to Ohio to see my old boy on his birthday, my first year out of prison. Well, his gravesite. And it was nothing but like a rock with like a stick with a license plate with his name. Now, since I've been home, done got him a headstone. It's got his whole grave. It's got everything written on there, and it's filled with flowers. I'll be posting it on his birthday. Well, his birthday just passed, but eventually y'all see it. Why were you sent in prison? Why were you sent? What is that one? Hold on. What did that one say? Why were you sent in prison? Why were you sent in prison? I got put in prison. I got set up. For anyone that's watched my story, part 1, on my page, I break it all down on that one. You know? Why do West Coast keep beefing with the East Coast? I don't know, because they're, you know, a lot of them, or, you know, it's a different culture up there than it is down here. So, you know, like, everybody's got their different point of view. Would you take a pic if we ran up on you? I mean, if you ran up on me, I mean, it's definitely going to go down or whatnot. But if you meant like, hey, bro, let me get a picture. Yeah, that's cool. But run up on me like something, hell no, I ain't going to take no pic. It's going to be something other than that. You ever been overseas anywhere? Where would you go if you got a chance to? I ain't gonna lie. I've always wanted to go, like, I want to go to Peru. I want to go to Peru. You know, like, I want to check out Canada, but it's, you know, like, there's a bunch of little places I'd like to go that I never thought about going, but I definitely would like to. Let me see. So, Clearwater, I passed through Clearwater a couple times, but I've never been there. Like, I've never, like, you know, stayed there or nothing like that, or never posted up like that. I've cut through, though. You know? But y'all go ahead, like I said, man, make sure y'all leave them comments on what type of videos y'all want. You know, like, I could do whatever. I could break down whatever. You know, I just, you know, I got to be rethought on a lot of it. I got a bunch of stuff written down already, but it's just, you know, at the end of the day, I can only do so much, so I need to just, I run out of ideas. You know, I'm fresh out still. Even though it's been 2 years, I'm still under PRR, but I'm fresh out, so it's still all fresh with me. Have I ever seen someone stabbed with a machete, a lawnmower blade? I mean, yeah, that happens all the time. Like, prison's a different world. Everything that happens in prison, they'll give you, like, life for on the streets. Just think about it. You cut someone in the face on the streets, man, they're going to give you like 15, 20 years for that. You cut someone in the face up the road in the chain gang, they're going to ship you to another camp. So we could take a pic or not. What would be the right approach? You know, just be like, "Bro, what's up? Let me take a picture." Like, you know, there ain't no run up on me. You feel me? PTSD kick in. Ever been in the county in Dade? Nah, but you know, I'm from Broward, so that's next door. So I done heard a lot about it. I fuck with Dade, you know what I'm saying? The whole Tri-County area, Dade, Palm Beach, and Broward, you know, we all considered down south. Nah, I didn't know Twisted Kid behind bars. I was locked up for 5. I've been to Lake Worth before. I used to stay up there, actually, when I got out of my juvenile program. I was court ordered. I was up there. I stayed in Lake Worth. Nah, I ain't never been to England. I'd like to go to England, too, though. I ain't gonna lie. England's a place that I'd like to go. I forgot to mention that one. Yeah, we bet on sports. Everyone that's been to prison knows, man, they got that football pool. That football pool go around, you get your ticket. You pay like $1 a ticket or $2 a ticket. And it's just like you would like at the Hard Rock Casino, how you could pick 12 games or whatever, however many games it is. And then you pick who you like. And then whoever has the most wins out of their ticket, they hit the pot. All right, let me see. How many times did I see neutrons that were really with it? It ain't rare. Like, it ain't like it never happens. It happens. You know, I mean, it happens. A lot of them, it'll happen to a certain extent. But once they're like pick faces, you know, majority of them. They'll rock out against other neutrons and shit but once it's a gang member, they switch up a lot. So I done seen it all, really. I done seen people go from being 100, smacking people, getting people off the compound, wetting people, getting like straight goons. And the next thing you know, the one person run up on them, fired them up and robbed them. Now they're all scared and they're breaking it off. Like, you was just putting in work for fucking 3 months. You was just here like doing what you needed to do, you know, like putting on for your name. Everybody knew you was a goon. Now you done fumbled and rolled over and folded. What do you do when a celly tries you? Fight him or wet him up? I mean, of course, that's your bunkie. You can't just wet him up. You can't just wet him up like in the room. You're going to get caught, obviously. So, yeah, you know, you tighten him up. But if it's to a level to where it's past tighten him up, you know, you just got to wait till y'all are on the compound somewhere and wet them. And then the officers will come back to your dorm and go in your cell while you're there, and they'll go to pack the stuff up, and you just be like, what happened? Like you didn't know what happened. Do I watch MMA, UFC? Sometimes. I like to go for the pay-per-views. Like, I don't really watch it or keep up with it like that, but when there's pay-per-views, I'll go out there and watch them. Shout out to St. Pete, man. One of my closest homeboys out here is from St. Pete. He moved down here, though, but he's originally from St. Pete. What if your celly trying to be a booty bandit? Well, then, yeah, you wet them. Straight like that. Like, that's one type of thing you don't condone in. You don't allow that shit in your room. How often would I say a CO is disrespected on a daily basis? Like, disrespects inmates? All the time. It's like in them. They bring their problems from home to work. So when they're there, they walk around with chips on their shoulders. You could be in there and be innocent. You could be in there for a small traffic fine. You could be in there for anything, and they're going to think the worst of you and treat you like one of the people who are in there for the wrong stuff. Yeah, I've seen a couple small gangs try to build up and fail because other gangs don't let them get their numbers up. All gangs, you know, keep an eye on the numbers. Like, okay, there's 30 of us, 20 of them, 26 of them. Okay, they started bringing people home lately. Now they got 40 of them. You know, next thing you know, oh, there's 60 of them. There's still 30 of us. Now you go to thinking like, damn, they're going. So a lot of gangs don't really let gangs just start. It ain't going to just start like that. Like, you ain't going to just go there and start your own gang and everything. It don't work like that. Top 5 rappers ever from K-Frog, like who I feel like. Off rip, Gucci Mane. I fought with Gucci. I grew up on Gucci Mane. You know, Gucci Mane's definitely on the top 5. You know, even though Lil Wayne and how he used to be, you gotta love Wayne because Wayne was the truth when I was growing up. You know, you got Kevin Gates. You know, he done got a lot of auto-tunes and shit now involved, and he sings a lot. But that trap Kevin Gates, the truth. Yo Gotti. definitely got to put Yo Gotti on that list because I grew up on trap music. And then for the fifth one, I'd say damn, I don't really know for the fifth one. You know, I'd have to, you know, it probably, you know, it'd be like some hood shit, like Trick Daddy or JT Money or Plies. Even though Plies don't really live that, his raps, you know, are raw. Oh, and Boosie. Yeah, see, I'd be forgetting. There's a lot of them. Five is kind of harder. Actually, you could kick all them out. I'll take Gucci, Yo Gotti, Boosie, Trick Daddy, and JT Money. Them five right there. I'll take them. All the other ones, they'll be in the top 10. But I like that hood shit. You know? Let's see. Is your prison channel more important than your music? I mean, I don't really know. It's not really more important at all to me. It's just like I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so I've always knew how to rap a little bit. You know, I've always knew how to slide. You know, in my neighborhood, they ride around jamming my stuff. So like I've always knew how to rap. So it's just I can't say if it's more important for the YouTube channel or if it's more important for my music. Both of them get play regardless. So, you know. How hectic were JIT camps and how was the craziest story there? Me, I never been to a JIT camp, and I said that in my last video. Or no, I said that in my video with 1090. I never been to a JIT camp, but I've been to a camp where they got JIT dorms, and I was in a JIT dorm. And it goes down in there. It's you got young kids, 19, just hit fresh adult, 40 years, 50 years. So you got a lot of like, it's just, the only fun is convulsion and to have problems. There ain't no sleep. Everyone's screaming loud. You know, so it's definitely hectic in them JIT dorms. My SoundCloud is K-Frog from Dave E. That's how you look it up. Usually when I put a song on YouTube, y'all just click the description and I'll tag the link from the SoundCloud on there. Best way to bring drugs in. I mean, I ain't gonna really speak on that. There's more than one way. I mean, it just happens and it's gonna continue happening. So I don't really want to put that out there because it's really, people are still doing shit like that. What drugs I do now? That's funny. I see a lot of people be saying shit because I scratch my nose and stuff. But for everyone who knows me on the streets, knows I'm like the druggist free person there is. Like literally, like I don't do no drugs. I used to smoke weed. I stopped smoking weed. I get paranoid. You know, like I always keep clean urine because I'm trying to win full custody of my son. You know, so like just in case I go to court and they want to drug test me, you know, I don't know. It's just like when I'm on camera, my nose itches. I have an itch for some reason. But literally, I'm a drug-free person. And that's always been my high up. I've never been a victim of drugs like that. I'm the type that would just do some shit just to hang out for the night, but never be on it. Were you ever put in a position where you had to fight a CO? Yeah, like I said, they'll come around. They'll disrespect you, man. They'll come around and do such flaw stuff like just flaw things. Like they know you got Vizzo and you need to get your hair cut. They'll promise you, yeah, when the yard opens, you can go get your hair cut. Next thing you know, barbershop closes in 20 minutes and then they're changing their mind. You're like, bro, but you told me don't worry about it when I could have went earlier because you said, and then they try you. So, yeah, I got into it with a CO before or whatever. It was over mail, though. What's the best advice you can give these? My best advice is, you know, don't go to prison. I don't preach for people to go to prison or to make them think it's cool. Cause yeah, I made it look cool. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the place you want to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to deliver a positive message. You know, like I'm trying to show y'all what it is. Yeah, it looks fun and cool, but not everyone's gonna be able to do that. So I showed the good parts, you know, and the bads, but it's at the end of the day, you know. When are y'all getting volume 3? I already spoke on that. I'm trying to drop it before New Year's, but if not, it'll be a little bit after. Yeah, you can ride solo on a bid in South Florida. You could do it yourself. It's not hard, as you see I did. Have I ever held down a real job? Yeah. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If y'all don't subscribe, you know, I'm going to start getting new equipment. I'm going to start getting new equipment for the channel or whatever and stuff. So I put the donation link on there also. We're going to start running it up. Trying to make it past that threshold. I got to make it past the threshold in order to start doing it. I'm going to try to give y'all at least a video every day or every 2 days or something like that. I got my Twitch account open too. For those that don't know, I be on PS4. My PlayStation name is SmackDaddy_187. Y'all send a request, then just send me a message and let me know you follow me off here, because I don't really accept requests either. But a lot of times, K-Fall Jr. be on there playing. But I be on Dead by Daylight. The only game I play is Dead by Daylight. I have a whole big-ass 2 trash bags filled of games for K-Fall Jr. Anytime a new game comes out, I get it for him. He's more of a gamer than me, but I be on Dead by Daylight. Yeah, Stories from the Cell by Wallow. Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, I've seen it. Let me see. They're going so fast. Did you ever witness some inmates violating the nurse? That happens everywhere. They're called gunners. You know, they're called gunners. They do that all the time. Like, you ain't even got to go to prison for that. It happens in the county and all. What made me start a YouTube channel? Nothing really made me start it. It was just that, you know, I posted K-Fall TV Volume 1 and 2 a long time ago, just to post it. I wasn't trying to get famous or nothing like that. And then as I made a couple videos or whatever, I started realizing, like, a lot of people want me on YouTube. So then I just figured out I'm going to give them what they want. Maybe I can make something out of this. You know, it's keeping me on track so I don't, you know, reoffend. I ain't trying to go back to prison. Let me see. I'm from Broward County, Florida. I did 2 years in Okeechobee, Seattle. You ever met someone who did a bid there? A bunch of people, actually. I was supposed to get sent to Chobe. Chobe's where I was supposed to get sent to. But I didn't end up getting there. I heard about their phone jammers and all that. That's where I was like, damn, dog, I don't want to go to Chobe. They just had put them phone jammers in between each cell, the box to where your phones can't work. But I know you got to go to the other side of the pound to get on them. I knew the whole rundown. You already know, dog. Shout out to Dave E, bro. That's who I do it for. You feel me? I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, though, and everyone that's been, you know, following and supporting it or whatever. You know, I didn't know my story would be so interesting to other people out there, because I come from a little neighborhood. So I wasn't expecting, like, no attention on me or nothing. I just thought I was another person with, like, a fucked up situation. You know? But, like I said, y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And, you know, let's see how it goes from there. I just found out that when y'all, if you skip the ad, I don't get credited for it. I didn't know that. Like this YouTube, I'm new to it, but I just found out if an ad comes on while you're watching a video or before a video or after a video and you skip it, I don't even get credited for that. I didn't know like how much I gotta get in order to get something. Has a paralegal ever helped me in my case in prison? Nah, not that I know of. They're in there though. You have people in there that work the law library and that are like souped up. But you got to look at it. They seem to get everybody off on their case and find loopholes in everybody's case, but they're still in there, you know? So it's like, it's a perfect one, you know what I'm saying? Do I have a job? Yeah, I have a job. I'm a very busy person, actually. That's why y'all don't see me on YouTube like 24/7 every day, because I try to fit it in with my schedule. And I got daddy duties. For those that don't know, you know, I take care of my kids real good. For all that smoke of wood, I'm in Arizona. That's real now. I mean, I got a lot of support from up there in Arizona. I know that it's legal up there, the weed's legal or whatnot. But if I ever go there to Cali and all that, I'm definitely gonna try their bud. Did I ever see an inmate get shot? Nah, I didn't. But you could look it up though. A couple camps, they found guns on the compound. So it was gonna happen, but I never really witnessed it. It was a fucked up part. I had a homeboy named Mike that was actually shot in the leg by a firearm on the rec yard at Charlotte. He was shot in the leg at Charlotte. He's got a life sentence like 12 years ago. And they brought him back to Charlotte, and I met him on his second part in Charlotte while he was still serving his life sentence, and he showed me the DR. Look, and it showed that a gun was found. He was shot in the leg in the rec yard at the same camp, and they brought him back there 12 years later. Did you ever stab in the pen? Like get stabbed or stab? I've been in both situations. I've been on both sides of the knife. You know? Nah, I don't know who that is. I come to Cali, I'll be PC. Is that what you just said? Man, Frog won't be PC nowhere. They'd literally have to put me on PC. Straight up. Ain't no just going to PC. Like, they probably try to kill me and I rock out and then I get placed on PC maybe. For that, you can get placed on it. Not even your intentions. The officers can know, oh, they're going to kill him now and put you on PC. That's probably what happened to me. But I ain't going to be put in PC. Like, I ain't going to PC. You feel me? Straight up. Fraud don't do that. At all. Have I ever been shot? Yeah, I have. I got a scar right here. And it says no aim. Right here. It's healed, bro. This was before I went to prison. So you can see the scar though, still. But it looks totally different throughout the years. See it? If I like pull the skin, you see it. And it says no aim. What's my favorite state tray or meals? Everybody's gonna say chicken. Of course, that chicken's where it was at. Do you know how to play soccer? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Soccer's one of the main things that people be running around doing on the rec yard. Every camp I've been to, they got Chicos that play soccer. I've been out there a couple times running around kicking that soccer ball. That shit's hard. And I got K-Frog Jr. in soccer. Do I plan on moving out of Florida in the near future? I mean, if it ever comes to it, if I ever can, then yeah, of course. You know, nobody wants to, you know, the whole meaning is to make it out of the hood, not stay. You know what I'm saying? How'd I get so fat? Because I've been eating since I've been home from prison. Anytime someone calls me fat, shit, that's a lot of money right there. Straight up. Was toilet paper hard to come by? They give it to you on the 1st and the 15th of every month, one roll. But it ain't really hard to come by because you could buy a roll for $1 out of the canteen window. But it is, though. There's been plenty of times you'll run out. You'll always run out. And then, you got your dogs. But let me hold toilet paper real quick. Shit like that. Volume 3's coming soon. I see people keep asking that. I already named who my top 5 rappers were just like 10 minutes ago. Do I live in the hood now? Yes, I still live in my hood. I'm still in the same neighborhood I rep. You feel me? I'm actually on some underground radio stations. When I was in prison, I was being placed on FIU's college station in Miami. They have an underground college station, and they literally took a couple of my songs, and the guy had me as his intro when his show would come on, like welcome to the such, and you'd hear me playing in the background, and then he'd play my music like throughout his mix every day. So I was like underground, like on a good note for a college campus. Not everybody can get played on a college campus. It's kind of hard to do that. So I've been both ways. If someone disrespected my son while I'm in the same cell, what would you do? I mean, it's common sense what I would do. He ain't sleeping in that cell no more. My favorite steak tray, like I said, I like the chicken. Tuesday's chicken. But that shit gets played out too. Especially when it's the same thing every Tuesday. Don't matter where you go. Well, he said fraud, you go to BCC? Hell nah. I wish I could, but I can't go no college, man. But I did get certified though when I was in prison for environmental services, buffing. I got 12.5 college credits for taking the class while I was in there getting state certified. The most interesting creation in prison? That's kind of a hard one right there. I mean, there's so much. People melt down hard candy and they use the stick of a Q-tip and form it back and make popsicles. Lollipops, I mean. Like, that's pretty cool. Who would I ride with in a race riot? I mean, we don't never really have race riots. So I can't really go off that. I can't really just say I'm riding with the white boys because, I can't just pick that because not all of them, are solid. Do I still smoke? Nah, I stopped smoking weed over 60 days ago. For a lot of people who don't know, you can actually view my Instagram, like I said, kfrog_100, and you could see how a couple months ago I used to just post all the fire bud and everything I had and everything, and you can see I was a stoner. But then now I done stopped. I done stopped smoking. I could only smoke at night before that. Anyways, I get paranoid. It had to be nighttime when I smoke. But like I said, y'all go ahead, drop them comments of what type of content y'all want to see. What y'all want to know about, like what stories. Like I got a whole list of stuff written down. I'm gonna be doing some more little whip up videos. I'm gonna cook some more stuff for y'all and whatnot. I went to prison for 5 years. I caught a 5-year sentence. Have you heard of Dirty South Radio? It sounds kind of familiar, to be real, but not off the top of my head. I can't really mention it. But I appreciate everybody that's donated already. It means a lot. All the donations I get are going to go towards my channel, like more equipment and stuff like that, things that I need. So I appreciate the donations. And Yeah, that's in there too. Powder's in prison too. Everything's in there. You can get the same stuff on the streets in the chain gang. I actually wrote the dude from let me answer this one right here actually. The one that says Alex Courtney worked with the After Prison show. I literally wrote that dude a couple months ago and he never responded to me. I wrote him, I sent him like the link to my live footage and he never responded. Maybe some of y'all need to go on his channel and tell him to, feature K for all, because I guess because he's up there now, he don't want to answer nobody because he never responded to me. The first thing I did when I got out of prison, after the as soon as I got out of prison, I literally I went to the corner store and walked in across, like down the street from the prison. And I went in there and I bought some Visine, because I swear I was going to get out and smoke and handle the weed and all that stuff. But then when I went there, I got Visine, I got wine blacks or whatever. And then once I smoked, I felt like it's totally different now. The many years without it, it's like, yeah, I don't really like it. So I didn't really do nothing. Then I went and ate at Chili's, and stuff like that. But I had them boys that worked DOT I got released from DeSoto Annex. When I got released, I was in the parking lot and DOT was outside. The inmates were working outside the gate with the officers and I spread it on them. 5 bands like this and made it rain and all the inmates were screaming K for all TV and the officers like, get the fuck in the car, yelling at me. And I'm like, man, fuck you, I can get your money up, nigga. Well, you gonna take my game time now, take my game. And I had money all right there. I did it in front of my mom and K for all Jr. I get more money than I got more money than you make, nigga. You feel me? I spread it when I first got out of the chain gang. Do I fuck with Lockdown 23 and 1? Yeah, of course. Right here, Blood Money Beats. Yeah, if you want, you can send me some beats or whatever. I'll check them out, and if I like any, I'll buy them from you. We can do that or whatever. My Instagram's KFraw_100, y'all, for those that don't know. You feel me? Y'all hit that like and subscribe, like I said, if you haven't already. Nah, I don't worry my son ever go to jail because through all the ups and downs and bullshit I've been through, I still got him on the right path. Like I still make sure he's still gonna be legit straight. Like he knows he gets good grades in school, the whole 9. Did I get laid the same day I got out of prison? Of course. What kind of question is that? Straight hotel game, had them lined up, waiting. All the ones that I've finessed for money and swore that they were going to get me when I got out, had them all lined up. Oh, Life Path got shut down? Damn. Like they had a Life Path at Charlotte when I was there. That's crazy. Life Path was like a legit. You go in there, they wouldn't even let people walk in Life Path at Charlotte. It was like a visitation room. You go in there and they're straight. All the walls got paintings and stuff on them. Like it looks so nice and legit. I know for a fact that FLDOC ain't subscribed to my channel because I got them blocked. You feel me? So, like, I know that's a fact. The name of the song that was in the 1090 intro of the video I was in yesterday, that's called Chain Gang Robbery, and it's on my page right now. It's called Chain Gang Robbery, and that is real collect calls from me from prison. I literally had the person on the other line recording me talk, as well as my song Takeoff. I have a song on my page too, also called Takeoff, and then that's a real recording too also. They had the person on the other line had the phone on speaker and was recording, and you hear it say, you have 1 minute left, and then you hear me talking and everything. All my stuff is real deal footage, everything, like between my music, everything I speak on, all the footage you see for K-Frog TV, all that is like real deal footage. I guess that's what makes me different from everybody else, is all mine is facts. You know? Who gave me more problems, whites or blacks, and how did I get my nickname? I ain't really had no problems with no whites in there. Like literally, like most of the people I fought in prison were black people, you know, just because, you know, it wasn't no racist thing. It's not really no racist thing down this way. It's just we fought over different things. And oh yeah, what's up with Big Sid saying he seen you in prison? That dude's a clown. He said he was locked up with me and Wes Watson. How? That's two different coasts. Dude's a clown. He ain't never been to no camp I was at. Just clout chasing. They're going by so fast. Yeah, me and 1090 spoke on it. We're gonna do a part 2. You know, I'm not sure when, but we'll get to it. Someone's asked what football teams you like. Well, of course, y'all already know. I said it already, but I'm a Dolphin fan. Straight Dolphin fan. You know, I got this jacket on because it's actually cold down here right now. Straight Dolphin fan. If it came down to it, would you join a white gang? Nah, I'm not joining no gangs. I'm not donating no gangs. How do I donate a 5-piece to you, Frog? I guess you click the donation button. Yeah, I know the Dolphins are sorry, dog, but, you know, it's in me, dog. I love them. Like I said, we'll still, like, Dolphin fans will still go out and get drunk even if they lose. Woo, they're just happy. Oh, yeah, okay. That person ain't no donation. I ain't got PayPal. Yeah, I got a PayPal account set up to it. You'd have to download the PayPal app. It's free. You just create a PayPal account and then donate. I should have been said that. I have a PayPal account linked on here for anyone who wants to donate. You got to make a PayPal account if you don't have one, and then you just donate or whatever. It's going to go all towards the channel use. Like, that account's set up strictly for things that I will use for my channel. What's this? What do you say right here? Why can't you get super chats, bro? I'm new to this, so I guess I'd have to figure out how to get a super chat or how to open it or do whatever. I don't really know nothing about that, so I'd have to set it up. That's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna hook up a Cash App also. So I'll put a Cash App and a PayPal account link on there. I don't have Cash App. You know. But y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And drop them comments. You know, let me know what it is y'all want to see. And like I said, I'm gonna give y'all more and more stuff. You know, I'm gonna keep it going or whatever. And I'm gonna have everything set up, you know. Right now I'm just building it from the ground up. And then once everything's built up from the ground up, that's where it is. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck with y'all, man. Y'all, you know, K-Frog TV. They don't make them like me no more. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And I appreciate everybody that's fucked with me so far. You know, I literally, like, I view all my comments, good or bad. I just don't be responding to the bad ones. You know, sometimes I throw fire on there, but sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And till next time, man, y'all fuck with me, man. It's Frog.